Welcome back, guys, to another issue of Comic Corner, issue number 5. That means we've been here for a bit now. I hope you're liking our reviews.
I hope so too.
We're going to bring you last week's floppies.
Floppies. Yeah.
With a tray back. And of course, at the end of the video, you'll get the list for tomorrow's floppies. Yeah. I like saying that word.
I'm telling you, it's the only way to say
comic issues, singles.
Just issues or singles.
Yeah,
I just call them floppies.
All right, man, this was a tough week for comics.
It was.
It was weird because we're trying to figure out what to get, what we like, and stuff. And I went to the comic book shop, and they have this week's things out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick some of these up, indies. I mean, because usually talk Marvel and DC, but indies, we're trying to give a little bit of love, right? Because everybody makes comics. Mm-hmm. And I picked up this one.
Yeah.
And we kind of go, the art is fucking amazing. Yeah. I'm a fan of steampunk, and
I'm not quite sold on steampunk. It's okay, but
and plus hot chicks that kill. I was sold. By the cover alone, I was sold, and the art.
Well, I mean, her name is Lady Mechanica, so she's not really technically a lady.
True. Well, I mean, but like I said, I glanced over and like, oh, the art's really good. It reminds me of Xenoscope style art, right? Fucking killer lady in the cover and the killer lady in the back.
Yep.
And it's from an indie dude. I was like, okay. I read the little description in the back. I was like, girl that has gone through some shit.
Yeah.
And she became an assassin. Was like, oh, it's around the stuff I like reading.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I picked it up. God, I was so goddamn disappointed. I mean, the art. Me and Roman had this argument because he's like, Tony, can't go on art, because that's how I usually pick my comics. Is that you can't go on art. Follow some writers. Writers usually kind of stick to the same style of writing through all the stuff.
Yeah.
Because they follow some writers. I was like, no, man. It's all about the art, the way they do the characters and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, oh, man, he got proven right this week. This is garbage.
Yeah.
The art alone couldn't even save it.
No. If we forgot to mention, that's Tony, and this guy's Roman.
Yeah.
So, if we didn't mention that.
I was so disappointed I forgot how to introduce my name.
But
it was just horrible.
Yeah.
It's like if you're reading a book. You know how in a book you have to have a way to paint a picture? Mm-hmm. He was trying to paint a picture on top of a picture. Mm-hmm. It was just...
I mean, there's just a lot of things in here that are kind of unnecessary to the story. Maybe it's to introduce a lot of characters at one time.
Not even though...
But he didn't do it well, and that's my problem.
No, yeah, it was like... half of the comic was like, why am I reading this? There is no point to the story setup.
I'll be honest, I didn't even finish reading it. I got about a third of the way through this book, and I couldn't do it.
I forced my way to fucking finish. I was like, oh, maybe the ending will kind of, make it... Because the art is amazing. The art is... I was like, maybe the comic ending might want to get comic too. Fuck that.
Well, that's the thing, is like, I don't usually give up on comics in the middle of a comic.
Unless it's really bad like this one.
Really bad like this one. So that's enough of that one. It's done. It was stupid. I'm over it.
That was bad. This one's bad too.
This one's bad too, but it's... Okay, it's Kyle Higgins, which he wrote Nightwing for the New 52, and I like that. That was a hard character. But when it comes to this... It's a character nobody cares about. Like, no one really knows the Avenger. Not the Avengers. The Marvel Avengers. Not that.
What company is this?
This is Dynamite. I believe it's
Dynamite. Yeah, Dynamite. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like Dynamite. Honestly.
It looks like that. Why would they put their ding in the front or the back?
I don't know. Dynamite is such a weird company where I look at it and I'm like, you have some pretty good properties, and they do nothing to really cater to those properties.
Yeah, unless they give you fucking crap characters like this.
I mean, literally the only thing that I've liked from Dynamite is a thing called Project Superpowers, and that's because
that was good.
Yeah, and it's because it was Jim Kruger and Alex Ross who had done Justice that I liked so much from DC. I know
Alex Ross.
And
you forced me to know who he is.
Oh yeah, but you don't know Jim Kruger?
Yeah, well,
I'm rereading Jim Kruger's Marvel Earth X. I'm rereading it because I just love that thing so much.
I understood the artist because I'm a fan of art. Writers.
Well, okay. The
I was proven, like I said, I was proven wrong this week.
My point, and it's not all the time. Sometimes the art is what sells.
Well, again, I like action comics. I like comics that you could just turn off your brain and it's either shoot 'em up, hack a slash, or beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Those comics, you have to have great art. You have to, so you can make the fight like pop. Because I mean, all you can hear is power.
So it's dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like those are the styles. You know, Punisher, Deadpool, the Hulk. Like DC, Shazam. Shazam usually has a pretty good, right? So to me, the writers were okay as long as you could give me that epic fight.
Yeah.
The art has to be great for those kind of stuff. And this is another thing. I saw this. I was like, oh man, the cover looks really good. And I was like, oh, the Avengers. The title of this is like, oh, it's gonna be like. I was hoping Punisher-ish style, and the story is all right. It's all right.
It's better than Lady Mechanic. I got to the end of this one.
It's all right, but it's like dull.
Yeah, there's nothing like super. Like maybe it's just because I don't give a shit about the Avenger, the character, the Avenger.
And that's the thing; they don't make you like the character.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't bring it to life.
And yeah, it was just bad. Yeah, it's just bad. I thought it was maybe Kyle Higgins wrote another comic book called Cowl. It was an Image independent comic.
Okay, I've seen that one.
Cowl, that's pretty good. So that's a good representation of what Kyle Higgins can do. This is not a very good representation. No. So I'm kind of saddened by this, but just pass this one. Don't even...
these two are passes.
Yeah.
And then I was like excited because the first issue of Batman's, not the first issue, but the first part of the Battle of Joking Riddles, was amazing. So I was excited this came out.
Yeah. So we did review Batman 25, where I was okay with it, and you were.
I loved it. I loved it.
You were all in.
I was like, I was so excited to this. It's man. The way they're developing the Riddler and the Joker going to fight each other, it's not getting me to want to buy another comic.
Yeah, and I told you kind of like the way that it's the point of view in which it's all done. It's being told in the point of view of Batman.
Yeah,
which
he's telling the fucking.
It's his book. He's gonna do it.
Yeah, it's like he's telling the story to Catwoman in bed, and after he's after they a little bit of a little, you know.
Yeah.
But see, I thought when I was reading it was like, okay, he's setting up characters, or everybody knows the Joker and the Riddler. He's just setting up why they went to war, and I thought the war was happening now.
Yeah.
He's telling Catwoman is like, oh, you know who the Riddler and the Joker is, and this has happened with me now that he knows Batman and shit. It's like that's why they're going through the war and shit. But the way they're doing
it just doesn't make you care about it. Basically, like the whole thing is Joker has lost his sense of humor. Basically, he doesn't laugh anymore. It's his whole thing.
That's the thing. I think he's lost his lust to do bad things.
Well, I mean, he kills like I don't know how many people in this
I know, but
comic alone.
But the thing with the Joker is like he does it, but there was always the whole sense of humor style and in the passion for what he was doing. It looks like he lost his passion for it. He's trying to find a reason, or I don't know how to explain
my biggest problem is like, okay, the Joker's a Joker. I've read tons of Joker stories. Maybe it'll pan out, but then they started doing the Riddler thing, and that's not Riddler to me. The Riddler is he is a villain. Don't get me wrong. He's not a good guy. And does he kill? Yes,
but he does it in such a smart way.
He's just killing to kill.
Yeah, the Riddler is one of those characters that it was intriguing because the way he made the stuff he did was so smart. It was like you had to think about it a little bit and be like, oh, okay. And now's the thing, the Riddler made you think. This one is just, it looks like he's just angry and doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
And he's just like, look at me, I'm a villain.
They're kind of doing like a Riddler that was done before the New 52. Right before the New 52, there was a arc in which the Riddler, because he's been such a nice guy with the cops and everything, He was caught in an explosion, and he becomes he becomes like a villain again, like a true villain. And it seems like that's the way they're trying to do it here. But that previous story was not good, and neither was this one. Like, it's just the redeeming quality I can say is that it sets up a war where all of Batman's rogue gallery is choosing sides.
Yeah, the whole Gotham is going to war.
Yeah,
and you want to see who teams up with who.
Yeah, like Two-Face is teaming up with Riddler, and I was like, okay, I like Two-Face, but I don't think that's about Two-Face. Like, they're not gonna do a Two-Face story, so I don't care. Like, yeah, that's my whole problem.
Like,
with this
Poison Ivy was a big one in this one. Like, they kind of touched on it, like, a couple of pages.
Yeah, she it's basically the Riddler trying to get
his army,
Poison Ivy, onto his side.
So I'm guessing that in this issue is gonna be Joker trying to get his army.
I doubt it.
And I don't know. I want to pick up the next one and see what they're doing, but this one made me be like, wondering, like, oh man, this is gonna be just a bad arc, and I was so excited for it. I love the Joker stuff.
All in, okay. Now it's getting worse than okay for me, and now you're
just like, I'm all right.
Now you're at okay. So like now we just like shifted a bit.
And I hope part 3. I hope part 3 gets me back on, because I don't like the way they're writing Joker. No, definitely not liking the way they writing the Riddler.
Yeah.
And I like the Riddler, but they're not making you think with him. He's just becoming a thug.
Yeah, that was my big thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Batman.
But enough of crappy comics of this week.
Batman 26. It's up to you. I would say just pass.
Yeah, get it. If they have to do something good with this. If you want to see the ending, you have to go through the bad issues, and this is gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
But enough crap of the crappy comics of the week. We're gonna get to this good stuff.
Yeah.
And this one right here was good. I don't know why I'm saying like that, but it was good. I'm a fan of Deathstroke. I'm a fan of teens with fucking powers. They don't know what to do with them, and this is how it is. They set up where Deathstroke he tapped into the Speed Force to save his son.
Yeah.
And that whole experience changed him.
Yeah.
It made him think about life again, and he goes, I'm gonna change my ways. He wants to stop being a bad guy. It looks like he just wants to be a mercenary that doesn't kill, kind of. So they gave him, his ex-wife works for the government or whatever, gave him the power to make a team, and he picked these characters, and they're not a bad bunch of characters. What'd you think of it? I was like, Kid Flash, and I was like, all right, whatever. He was going through. If you're reading the Teen Titans or the stuff, he's going through something because everybody keeps letting him down.
Yeah,
he won his heroes.
Maybe he keeps letting everybody else down.
Yeah, but he has this thing where his heroes are supposed to be a certain way, and it turns out they're just human.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Slade's kids, always cool. Rose and Jericho.
Yeah.
They've always been good characters.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like a brand new thing for Deathstroke, but just looking at Deathstroke, they're making here's the thing with the writing, is they're making too much of a big deal of him being like, oh, I've changed. Eventually that's gonna end. He's gonna go back to being a villain.
You think so?
Yes. Because he doesn't work as his whole character does not work as a good guy. His thing is to serve his own means. Everything he's ever done is for him. Yeah,
but
like it
I can see. They can't change his character completely.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he has a history of what he does.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
It's interesting, but the thing is, I think it's gonna end fairly quick.
Oh yeah. Any of you guys are a fan of the original Teen Titans cartoon? Not the crappy Teen Titans Go, but the fucking
Teen Titans.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
That's Slade.
Yeah.
It's like what they're writing.
Yeah.
That Slade that he just picked on Teen Titans for a reason.
Yeah.
But it was smart and stuff. That's what they're writing, and I liked it.
Yeah, my thing is, like, the team is just... Okay, the team is... Apparently, Karen Starr, who is the Power Girl from... everybody knows what kind of Power Girl. She's somehow transformed her powers onto someone else.
Yeah,
sort of like you were saying with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I was reading and I was like, I don't know this character at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what happened with Power Girl. I know that there was a Power Girl and Huntress comic book during the New 52, and I don't know if anything happened leading into like Rebirth that like made them go back to their first two. Whatever.
This is what literally happens. He got the comic. I was reading halfway, and I go, "Wait, what?" And he's a Power Girl fan. He's been a Power Girl fan for a while. Earth 2 is his thing.
Yes, it is.
So I stopped and I go, "Is Power Girl Captain Marvel now?" And he's like, "What?" It's like, the only one I know that could transfer her power completely to someone else is Captain Marvel, and there is never something like that in DC.
Yeah.
Not that I know. No. And I was like, did they finally stole something from Marvel? He's like, let's do it now, midway.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with this is that you can kind of see like where they kind of did that, but it's just the team is weird. It's that girl. It's Kid Flash, who is the New 52 Wally West.
Yeah, it's Power Girl, Kid Flash, Jericho, Rose. I don't know what she was.
They're both Slade's kids.
Yeah, I know they're sisters, but I don't think she has a villain name. It's just Rose.
She was Ravager for a long time.
That's
she was Ravager for
you're
a long time.
You're right. And it's Slade and his ex-wife.
Yeah.
But the ending, there's someone else. And if you like the Teen Titans, you're gonna like this ending.
Yeah, the ending is, and that's the thing with the ending that I found. I was just like, oh, so they're just gonna kind of change the role of how that character works.
Yeah, but they set it up,
which is fine. Like I have no problem with it.
The ending was good because of the surprise character.
Yeah,
but it was too much. You could see like, oh, it's gonna happen. Kind of like if we're telling you know what's gonna happen. I was like, okay, but I was the character.
It's just I'm looking at this and I'm just like, it's interesting enough to keep reading, but it's not the first on my list.
No, I was. I mean, it's good. It's good by far. A really good comic of this week.
Head and shoulders above everything we talked about before.
But not pick of the week.
Not pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
Because pick of the week goes to my motherfucking guy.
Dun.
Fucking Green Lantern.
Yeah, and it's not Green Lantern. Hal Jordan. There's none Green Lantern.
Well, here's the thing. With the rebirth that happened, Green Lantern pretty much turned into two comics, like it always was, but it's a lot different now. Now there's Green Lanterns, which is this, and this is issue 26.
It's like the Corp stuff?
No.
Like Green Lantern Corp?
No, this is Green Lanterns. These are the two lanterns from Earth that if you know, Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. So you don't meet them in here. That's the whole thing.
They're in the new ones?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I couldn't remember the names because I always known Cal. I always known
Hal, John,
and Guy.
And Guy, yeah.
Oh, I like the way they've written Guy. And I don't know what happened to him.
He's... Spoilers. He's being tortured by Sinestro, so that's something. And that happens on Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, Green Lantern stuff I was not a fan of. I tapped into it. Like my favorite stuff was when they wrote the Red Lanterns. That was my shit. I couldn't have enough of that. But again, action comics, and that's what Red Lanterns were. Just fucking anger and you have Atrocity just recruiting this army of angry people, and all they did was bash. Yeah. And then you have the dude Larfleeze, yeah. He's by far my favorite Lantern. Yeah. Just because he seems so powerful, but his greed always gets in the goddamn way.
He's like a lovable, smelly Muppet.
Yeah.
That's how you can say Larfleeze is.
So I was so lost in the Lantern world, and he goes, pick this up. It's going to be good. It's the start of a new arc. And you're like, oh man, the story is so great because
it goes back to Oa.
It goes back to everything. It gives you a more of an understanding of the Lantern world. Yeah. Because I don't know if you ever wondered where the rings come from, where the Lanterns come from, why are the Guardians and stuff. This book starts answering those questions for you. And it goes back to the first ring bearer. Yeah, first. That's
what this arc is called. It's called the first ring. The first ring.
Yeah.
basically, there was the first Lantern, as they call him, and his name is Valthrum, I believe.
It's a weird one.
His name. And he comes to the Cha'oa with the Guardians. Now, this is way before anything. This is before they make contact with Earth.
Yeah.
But
isn't he from a Earth?
No. He's from a planet. They didn't
I thought in this one they named it A Earth.
I don't know. I didn't read A Earth.
I thought he was from, because when... all right. Mm-hmm. Spoilers real quick, because it's a part of the conversation right now. He tapped into
the emotional spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has this powerful ring that, which to me, I understood, has all powers.
Yeah.
If you know the Lancers, you know that each color has different powers. And
yes. Like okay. And this is gonna take like a little. This is some spoilers for something that we might do later, but this is from the second graphic novel for Green Lanterns for the Rebirth thing. Mm-hmm. It's basically there's a thing called the Phantom Ring, and the Phantom Ring was the very first ring that they had made. It's made by, and you see the person that makes it.
We're going after. Okay, so this dude has this ring. Right, quick, before we start explaining. He wants power because he wants to save his mom and his planet.
Yeah, they Doctor Doomed him.
Yeah, the whole thing is like, he's not a bad guy, and he just wants power in order to save. But again, when you have too much strong power, it corrupts. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. And that's what this comic is.
Pretty much.
And it shows you you know what I like so much about this comic? It's not that he has the all-ring. It shows you how the fucking Guardians evolve from being big, tough dudes to being shrunken intellects. They show you how. They show you the change.
Yeah, and they show the thing that has always been a thing with the Guardians, like the little blue guys, is that they're kind of like Vulcans. They're all logic, no emotion. They choose to repress their emotions because it leads to a bunch of problems.
Yeah, because they say a scientific mind is a better mind.
Yeah. So the main Guardian that you see, his name is Rami. And he helps Valthrum kind of with this ring. Eventually, he puts like a lantern that'll like drain emotion directly from him and use it through his ring, like the Phantom Ring that he has. There becomes a conflict when he's trying to save his planet.
Yeah, don't do those spoil too much, but there's a conflict.
Yeah. There's a conflict, and you already told him about the planet. And
he's trying. He just wants
to save them. We're not spoiling everything because it's honestly a fantastic comic.
It is. You should really pick it up. If you ever want to know anything about Lantern Universe, this is a must read. Yeah. Because it explains and they answer so many stuff, and it's just the first issue. So I'm guessing the second, third issues will be like, Yeah. So this is how this stuff like parts. It's like you're gonna be like, I can't believe this is how this was created. This is and this is why these people have these rings, and it taps into this emotion. And then you understand why the Guardians are so cold yet caring. It's weird. It's really good.
Yeah, and the writer, because I always like talking about writers, is Sam Humphries. He's a guy that always wrote things. I was like, this sucks. He wrote like some fanboys versus zombies bullshit that I didn't like.
Eric reads that. Yeah. Eric has the whole line.
Eric has
it's not that bad of the right.
Eric has some of the worst taste in comics. And like me and you we don't agree on a lot of things, but
my brother, you know how I'm art and he's writers. Yeah, my brother's girls.
Yeah, it's titties.
Titties.
Yeah, we call them his specifically. No matter what he gets, they're called nasties.
Yeah, we have to keep them in brown bags.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my nieces are getting to comics, and I like giving them safe comics. Yeah. So I go here's what you could read and stuff. But my brother leaves everything scared.
Smart.
Yeah. So we had to keep his comics in brown bags, and my nieces know not to touch the brown bags. Yeah. So, but they're comics. I was like, no, they're not the comics for you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm a big fan of Green Lantern, and this guy's kind of there's two writers on these books. Sam Humphries is doing this one, and the Hal Jordan, the Green Lanterns, is Rob Vendetti. and they're both doing like a really good job of keeping the Green Lantern mythos alive, because after Jeff Johns left, I felt like, oh man, this is gonna fall apart without him.
It was because you had too many lanterns and they were all.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is like I didn't know where I was gonna go from where he left it.
Yeah.
Because he gives you kind of a glimpse of a future that could be, and I was like, even for Jeff Johns, I was like, that's kind of whack. I don't like that. Yeah. But Rob Venditti took over from there, and then Sam Humphries is doing this one, and they're doing a great job because Green Lantern is by far one of my favorite characters. And
pretty much all that. But Shazam's not being written.
Yeah, he's not.
Anyways,
there's a reason for that.
The art's really good. Mm-hmm. I always like the Lantern art because, again, each thing has a specific color, and I always like the way they draw the colors. Yeah,
they always have really cool. Yeah. The inkers on here and the colorists probably don't get enough credit.
Yeah, but they do really good. Pops and stuff. Yeah. It's really good. Mm-hmm. So you guys pick it up. It's a must read.
Must read. Our pick of the week. And now
let's get into our trade bag. That was the floppies for this week. All right, disappointment, but ended up with a good, strong finish. Yeah, I want to get you some trade bag. This one, I ain't know shit about, like completely. Yeah. Usually trade bags we're mutual on it. He's like, hey man, kind of get middle taste up for both of us. This one he brought over and he's like, hey dude, just read it. You just read it, glance on it, you don't like it. It's good. The story is good. The art, garbage. Yeah. Can you explain to me why the art is garbage?
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's The Underwater Welder. It's written and drawn by Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire is a fantastic writer. His art is odd. It's not the cleanest. It's all black and white. He doesn't do a lot of colors.
I don't like black and white.
Yeah, I understand. It's not for everybody. It really isn't.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the new school, and new school art just has art and color, and it pops and stuff like that. But I just can't do black and white.
And like this, the art fits so well because I told him, he was like, "What's it about?" before he starts reading it, and I told him it's Twilight Zone meets family problems. Like,
true.
It's an odd book. But it's really good. It's basically there's an underwater welder, right? That's what it's called.
He's one of those dudes that dive to fix pipes, like for the oil rigs. And he's that's what he does. Yeah. He gets away from his family, and he has a pregnant wife, and the wife, of course, is like, the baby's coming. Please spend more time. Yeah. But the guy is not satisfied. But what I read, he's not satisfied with his life because he lives in a small town. Yes. And all you can do is work or nothing. Yeah. And it sounded like he was an educated man. Yeah. Went to get his degree and stuff like that, and he ends up being an underwater welder.
The thing is that I leave it very vague when it comes to family problems, because it's not just one thing, it's a multitude of things, but it all kind of starts back in his childhood, and there's something in his childhood that he's trying to reconnect with.
It's a touch of daddy issues.
Yeah, it's a very emotional kind of story.
It is.
It's not one of these that's like, superheroes and blah blah blah. And that's why I wanted to bring this, is because we do a lot of superhero stuff, and that's fine. Yes. But I like independent stuff. I really do. Things that have nothing to do with superheroes is great. Yeah. And this is one of the only. I'm gonna say this as just a little aside. I don't cry very much. That's not me. I don't do it. This book actually made me cry towards the end, because I could kind of relate to what's going on. Not fully, but there's aspects of it that I can really relate to. And yeah, I cried. I shed a tear.
There's only one comic that's ever made me cry.
What was that?
That's the one we want to cover with John.
Okay, I got you.
That one is heartfelt. And this one, like I was trying to read it, just get to it so I could review it. It's not fair to you guys that I'm trying to review a comic that I've never read. So, off the beginning, I sat down and started reading, and the character development was so quick and good that by the time I took like a fucking just look up and be like, hey, this is really good, I was like halfway through. Yeah. It goes quick. The art's garbage, right? It's in my opinion. Yeah. But the thing is, a lot of these panels get you deeper into the story. Because it's like Twilight Zone, right? Twilight Zone, you're watching and everything. You kind of have to pay attention closely because you never know when that Twilight is gonna kick in.
Yeah,
like that mysterious weird stuff.
There's always the reason I said Twilight Zone is because it has kind of a supernatural twist, but it's still not what you expect.
No, and the thing is, now that I think about it, black and white fits it. Because it's underwater, and you have that concept of the whole blackness, that the deeper you go into sea,
it's only light and dark in the ocean, you know what I mean?
And like I said, these dark panels kind of let you go from the now to the then, and it just paced really good, and it was like sooner you start getting closer and you start putting yourself in place of this character they're writing about. And you're writing, you're like, oh, what would I do? And you're like, oh man, did that happen to me? And then you start like, oh, a little bit of this is happening to me, and I can relate. And then you start going, it's like, oh man, if I had to make a choice between a life I want to the life I have, what would I do? And am I a bad guy because he has his wife and kid, and it's just good. It's good. It has nothing to. You wouldn't think it would be a comic. Yeah, it's like one of those novels you read, or like a Lifetime movie that at the end you just
good.
Like, oh dude, I like Lifetime movies because you sit there, you're eating popcorn, you don't realize your popcorn's finished, you're all into the movie and shit.
The only Lifetime movies that I will watch
are the Christmas specials.
Are the Christmas ones, and that's because literally my mom will not stop watching them, and every once in a while I'll just sit down and I'll just watch one with her.
I'm a fan of dramatic stuff.
Yeah,
I've known to be a little dramatic matter. I have that 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
So, this is captivating, guys. Read it. You want just a good story. That if you're tired of superheroes, if you're tired of everybody copying everybody, if you're tired of be like, oh man, like this again, or of your characters being fucking garbaged out, take a break. Read this.
Yeah.
You're gonna enjoy the whole literal? No, not literal.
The
books, what they call books.
Novel?
No. I was trying to make a smart word, I forgot it. It was the tip of my tongue and it couldn't come out.
Literature.
Literature. It's gonna make you be a fan of literature.
Yeah, it's not your normal comic book. It was one of the first ones that I read from Jeff Lemire, like his independent stuff, because he's written a lot of things that I did like
Like what?
He wrote the New 52 Animal Man. He wrote...
Really good. When fucking Animal Man had garbage art too.
Yeah, that wasn't his art though. That was something else. But I have no idea who it was.
It fits the story. Fit the garbage art.
Yeah, the thing is,
the way he writes, it doesn't matter the art because he finds it. It's weird. It finds a way to kind of blend.
Yeah, he has a very distinct way of writing.
It was Animal. Guys, we'll probably cover it because Animal Man was fucking fantastic.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorite characters because of that arc. Grant Morrison did a fantastic thing, but that was really heady and meta and all that shit, which I like, but I know a lot of people don't. But getting back to Underwater Welder, for me, it's a 5 out of 5. It is a must read for sure. You should go ahead and buy it. I think it's like $20, and it's pretty sizable, so you should be able to...
It's a good read. Yeah. It's a good read. Again, it lets you wash all this crap that's going on with comics, and then makes you fucking find out that you can actually have a really good story in a trade back, in a graphic novel. This is exactly what it is, a graphic novel.
Yeah,
pick it up. But enough of this old talk of old comics and last week's comics. Let's get to the list of this week.
All right, new release. Gotta pop my fingers for this one a little bit. Here we go. All right. So, starting off with Marvel for tomorrow, Wednesday, July 12th. Starting off with Marvel, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 30, Black Panther Crew number 4, Deadpool 33, Defenders number 3, Doctor Strange Sorcerer's Supreme number 10, Edge of Venomverse number 2,
yes!
Generation X number 4, Hulk number 8, Jean Grey number 4, Old Man Logan number 26, Rocket number 3, Secret Warriors number 4, Spider-Man 2 number 1, which I definitely will read, and we'll probably do that tomorrow, next week.
Cool. Wars?
Star Wars, Darth Vader number 3. I agree. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra. I think I had some problems with this as well. Number 9. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl number 22.
Why?
Because it's Squirrel Girl, bro.
Right.
Uncanny Avengers number 25. Venom 152.
Yes.
Vision Director's Cut number 2. Weapon X number 5. X-Men Blue number 7. And Zombies Assemble number 1. Issue 0.
I want to get that so bad. Yeah. I saw one of those feature. This is coming. I saw Zombies Assemble. I was like, why do I want that so bad?
Actually, it's written and drawn by a Japanese.
Oh my god! I just realized we have one more comic to cover.
And what would that be?
Deadpool one. Deadpool kills the versus the Marvel Universe.
Oh, I refuse to read it. So yeah, if you want to give your ideas on it, it's fine.
It was good. It's one of those Deadpool ones, but actually, Deadpool is. I'm gonna spoil it because he's not gonna read it and stuff. And I don't know if you guys want to read it. He's being controlled by the Red Skull. He's controlling his feelings, and Deadpool is killing the Marvel Universe. And he doesn't understand that it's him doing it. He's part of a team that's trying to figure out who's killing the Marvel Universe heroes, but he doesn't know it's him. Mm-hmm. And his team, and he's leaving clues for his team to find out that it's him. It's weird, it's good, and it's bloody.
Sounds awful.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue to the
probably DC next. DC. But DC coming on rears. Action Comics 983.
Damn.
We're getting close to 1,000 on that one. That should be good. American Way, Those Above and Below number 1. What the hell is this? Okay.
What is it? Quick little. What characters is it?
I have no idea. It's been a decade since the Civil Defense Corps was exposed as a fraud created by the U.S. government for propaganda purposes.
It's one of those government books. Pass.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. Yeah. I'll maybe read it on my own. But
hey, I didn't even know they brought back the next issue. I thought they were done.
Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 12. So
I thought the Birds of Prey were done.
Yeah, they combined them basically.
Okay.
Looks like this is part 2 of their newest start called Source Code.
Right.
But they have a bug, the Adventures of Forager.
Man, DC has some weird titles this time.
They're having some odd things. Oh, it's Michael Allred and Lee Allred. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, Dark Days, the casting number 1. So that's the next part for the Batman.
Metal crap?
For
that's
Batman the Forge.
Weird name to call a summer event the Metal.
It's fucking great, baby. Metal.
We're going to pick it up to go because the story was good.
Yeah, Scott Snyder. I have no problems with it. But we also have Detective Comics 960, Flash number 26, Gotham Academy second semester number 11, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps number 24.
See, now I want to pick this up because of this comic.
Well, this is the third series this is the third issue in the arc called Fractures.
Really? So they're not going with the first ring on the Hal Jordan comic?
No, they don't. They're not concurrent. They don't feed off of each other.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, writer Robert Venditti and artist Ethan Van Sciver. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. I might pick that up just on my own. Justice League of America number 10, New Superman number 13, Red Hood and the Outlaws number 12.
I actually want to start reading that again.
Which I'm not excited about that writer. But the story arc is part 1, so we may review it.
It's a good way to get back in.
Yeah, it's called The Life of Bizarro.
Huh. Bizarro is one of those characters I do like reading.
Bizarro can be a very interesting character.
Yeah, because it's weird how they write him.
Yeah, but it's Scott Lobdell, and I'm not a huge fan of that guy.
Well, we'll see. I like the Red Hood.
Well, I'll give him a try. As long as it's not fucking worse than Lady Mechanica. Scooby Apocalypse number 15. Suicide Squad number 21. Supergirl number 11, which is fairly okay, I should say. Superwoman number 12. Titans number 13. And Wonder Woman number 26. which that is a new arc and a new writer.
All right, so those are your comics for the big two.
The big two. Now we have a little list for the independents, and it is pretty little. Catalyst Prime XL, which is number 2.
What is that, Transformers?
No, that's actually...
I hear Prime and it goes straight to Transformers.
Yeah, apparently Catalyst Prime is like a universe that this company is trying to build, and XL is their speedster. It's their Flash.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. Huh?
So it's weird. This is issue 2. We'll see if we can get issue 1.
Okay.
But Catalyst Prime Noble number 3. So that's another character within that universe. I have no idea what he is though. Centipede number 1. Now, if you're asking why I put this in, yes, it's made from the classic Atari game. So it is.
Really?
It's based on that.
Hey, Atari's making a comeback.
But
now that they released that, they're making a new system.
Yeah.
Atari's in the comics. They're releasing a art book that was interesting. I'm picking up because they have some really good classic game stuff.
Fair enough.
What did I see Atari do? I know they have a documentary on Netflix that was pretty good. The Life of Atari. So hey,
cool.
Go for it, man.
I'll check out Hulu. And many of you will be happy to know that I've pretty much watched 6 episodes of The Flash today of the first season.
That's another thing. Okay, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it in a bit. But the reason I put Centipede number 1 is because 1, it is an Atari game, and I always have an affinity for just games in general.
Yeah, it's just classic stuff.
2, it's written by Max Bemis.
And that is.
I know you don't know who that is. I'm going to explain that. Max Bemis is the singer for Say Anything. Well, one of my favorite bands. He's written a few comics. He did one that was loosely based on him, not really, called Polarity, which was actually pretty good, to be honest with you. He had another one called Evil Empire, which was kind of crap, sorry. And, or it just wasn't, I still have it. It's just I didn't like it too much. But yeah, he's writing a Centipede comic. I just think that's the thing that
rock stars are doing now. They're coming to comics.
Yeah, Gerard Way, the singer for My Chemical Romance, has his own line at DC.
Turns out he was a big fan of comics. He knows how to write the characters.
He was Grant Morrison's assistant during the 90s.
And then you have the dudes from Koei have their Amory Wars. And who else? One more. What was someone else that was into music and was writing comics?
Oh, that guy from Stone Sour had his own comic, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Different. The Slipknot. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I put in Centipede. Might pick it up just because it's Max Bemis, and I want to kind of support that guy. Deadly Class number 29, which is good. I have the first 3 graphic novels are good. Dragon Age Knight Errant number 3, Dread Gods number 1, Game of Thrones Clash of Kings number 2, Grass Kings number 5, Grimm Fairy Tales Van Helsing versus the Mummy of Amun-Ra number 6, Harbinger Renegade number 5. That's that Valiant comic that I was talking about last week. But yeah, that's number 5. Howling number 1, Invader Zim number 21. Yes. I know he's a big fan.
I'm a big fan of the Zim.
Judge Dredd Blessed Earth number 3. I just like Judge Dredd. Kill or Be Killed number 10. Last Song number 1. Mage Hero Denied issue 0. Micronauts Wrath of Karza number 3. Mighty Mouse number 2.
Mighty Mouse?
Hell yeah, just like Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse is a good character. Shit, he is childhood.
Yeah. So
I didn't know they were making a comic of him.
Number 2, and he's not into all ages comic books, so that means it could be a little more grown up.
Really? Oh, that is interesting. I'm gonna have to pick up 1 and 2.
Yeah, and Optimus Prime number 9, Planet of the Apes, Green Lantern baby number 6.
Calm down there.
I like both of the series, to be honest with you.
I'm not a big ape fan.
I just like old crappy science fiction. I don't know what to tell you. Skin and Earth number 1, Sons of Anarchy Redwood Original number 12.
If you guys are a fan of the show, the comics are really good.
All right.
I like them. They gives you a little bit more of a detail of what happened to the Motorcycle Club.
Okay. I've never actually seen an episode of that.
Really? I'm a big fan.
Sovereigns number 3. War for the Planet of the Apes number 1. I had to put that in there. War Stories number 24, which is Garth Ennis, so World War II kind of things. and Warhammer 40,000 Revelations #4.
Actually, I did pick up the Warhammer comics, the ones that came out before, and they were decent reads.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not big into Warhammer, but the stories are really good.
Yeah, the art's a little less than desired.
Yeah,
just because Games Workshop has good paintings of the art, and I just see a crappy comic and I'm just like whatever. But those are your comics for the week this week. Actually,
real quick, I don't know if it was coming out this week or next week, but the John Wick #1.
It is not. From what I saw, it is not, but it is something that they are going to do. So
I want to pick it up. I'm a big fan of the John Wick stuff.
Yeah, no John Wick this week.
Alright.
There is Jim Butcher, Dresden Files, Dogman #2, and Josie and the Pussycats #8.
Anyways. Well, that's all the comics coming out Wednesday. You guys, tell us what you guys pick up. Tell us if you like the reviews we brought you. And I know he's trying to watch shows again. If you guys would like for us to review the shows that are out there for DC and Marvel, let us know. We'll watch them. We'll tell you what's coming up. Yep. We'll tell you how they're good. I know these these videos kind of get a little bit long. We're trying to have them under 10, but once you start conversating, man, you can't stop it.
Yeah, we like talking about comic books, and hell, we just have two very different tastes, and that always creates a conversation.
As always, comment if you want on YouTube. Subscribe. Put on your notifications. It's very important. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Hey, you want to see two fat guys talk about comics? Go ahead. Not just follow us on the social media. We have Twitter. We have Instagram. We have Facebook. All Grimmworks. Just put in the search bar and the skull with the 4-leaf clover in the eyes. That's us. But if not, if you're the fan of writing down those emails, we got an email. Roman, what's the email?
The email is citypod88@gmail.com, and in the title just put comics or something, just so I know that's for this show. Yeah, because that's kind of our catch-all. We're gonna eventually get that all sorted out.
Once you guys start communicating with us, we'll separate it and stuff like that. Yeah. But let us know if you're liking this. Let us know what you're reading. Let us know what you picked up for this week. See if we actually skipped a good one or not. But for now, thank you for watching. All right. We'll see you next week.
Later, guys.